We're back with the beauty awards of the round number 8. I'm having here right now the players who had played the most beautiful game in the round 8 of the HTO main tournament here in Biel Chess Festival. I have here with me Dominik Wiesmann and Hans-Georg Kleinhans, and they are going to show us something from inside from their games. Tell us, it was an interesting game, not so long, but it was still something. Maybe you could share something from the game.
Yeah, sure. So maybe what was interesting is that I had the same game until move 7, and it was also against a German player. So at the beginning we talked a little bit, and I asked him if he was from Köln as well, because my opponent from there. So I was thinking maybe he will know a little bit what kind of opening I was playing. But I think we can jump to probably here. So it's also a system which is recommended by Silecki.
You have chessable course.
He has
Chessable and the book. Yeah.
And the book.
Yeah.
And I am working with Ganguly.
Oh.
Yeah. And what I like in Surya, because I tried a different kind of chess-based course, but he's really verbalizing very well and telling that, because now after bishop g2, I take, and a little bit of difficulty. White would like to take back with a knight, but as long as the knight is not on c6, it's not so good, because then I can just play e5 and I win time. And if you take with a queen, I just play knight c6, and again I'm winning a tempo. So the most logical continuation is to castle, and here come h6. And this is a good waiting move, because now he cannot go like bishop g5, and he has still the issue that he cannot take with either the knight or the queen. So I think two options here is probably bishop f4, one, and b3 was played in the game in order to play bishop b2 and then to take on
Well, on bishop f4, I feared some g5 or knight h5 ideas, so I decided to play this setup, which also appears often in Silecki's repertoire.
Okay.
But I didn't know the exact position, because
on this one I would go like e6 as well.
Yeah.
And then
But now you can take, yes?
Yeah, you can take, but then come to g5.
Yeah, with a knight, no?
Yeah, with a knight, yeah. But then this move here, and now if he goes here, this is a continuation that
Yes.
with I think a good position. And if he goes back after g5,
Then there is
then I
e4.
can go e5.
E5, yes.
Yeah. But it's probably quite dynamic as well. So I went e6, bishop b2, bishop f5, and that was my game I had like 2 rounds before.
And I didn't know this game, because only the first 3 rounds were published in chess results. And so I didn't prepare the opening.
My opponent went for this move.
How did finish that game which you played?
In a draw.
In a draw.
Because I think it's much less dynamic than taking back with a knight, right? And here he went queen take. And here you can both castling or playing a knight c6 first.
But Hans-Georg played knight d4.
Yeah, but knight d4 I think it's more dynamic on both sides. I mean, it's, so now I went e5. He needs to go back, because like here I would just play knight c6 and then a6 probably. So back. So now I need to push again, because it's attacked twice, and then he came back.
But it's dangerous to play this way for white if your opponent is prepared and you aren't. So
yeah,
that was a bad practical decision, I think.
So castling, and now came c4. And here I went rook e8 to protect against this one. And if he takes, I can probably take with the queen, but then I can take with a knight. That'd be also good. But I think it would be better to take now, because he went e3.
Yes, sure.
And I think that's a little bit of a mistake, because now I can go bishop g4. And I'm taking control of the D1 square. So he went queen c2. And here I thought about 2 moves only. Because of course I can take, but it's probably not so good. Well, it's good, but developing the knight was more important, I believe.
Yes, yes.
And then I can go in a6 or in d7.
You need to bring more forces, more pieces.
Yes. So I thought this one is, when I don't know, I prefer to go toward the center normally. So he went knight c3. No, he took on d5 first.
Yeah.
So knight take d5. Because this pawn, it can never take it.
What would you play? So if bishop e4, then...
If bishop e4 now, I have this move here.
Yeah, and if bishop a7, then the bishop is gone. Yeah. Okay.
So knight c3. I took on c3. Queen takes c3. And now I went back. In order also to prevent any idea with, on g7. Rook ac1. And I think he missed this move here.
Yeah, I totally missed it.
I think it's
I was only thinking about plans with knight e5, which doesn't work, but I missed this move.
It's sometimes difficult when you have a piece and you go back and then another one come and take place. And heading into d3. That was also the idea of rook e8. Rook c2. And now knight d3. And here, that was here a mistake. Probably h3 is better.
Yeah.
Try to chase this one away.
That was already some kind of desperation because I wanted to have counterplay.
Because
but
then e3 will be weak. And
Yes.
will
creates
fall.
too many weaknesses.
So this is.
Yeah.
And here, my first idea was this move here. Honestly, I was a little bit afraid first of this one, but nothing happened. I can just take, and it takes.
And
but
you
I
take the
here.
bishop,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you
But
keep a
then-
piece.
What was more difficult was this move here, because this one is still
Just new variation.
still hanging, right? And then I thought that I can play now rook here, like here, and then maybe here it takes. But I wasn't too sure, because if I take now, he will take back. But I cannot really take, because this one will hang as well in the end, right? So I stopped calculating at this moment. And I thought with rook c8, I'm getting like a good advantage. So he went queen d2. I took queen take. And here the best, I went the night before, but more precise is just to take here. Because in the end, I always have the knight e1. So if he goes like this, I can also just like take here. And he cannot take with a rook, because I have the knight, sorry. I have knight e1. So it would have been more precise. But I went knight b4, queen d2, and now I took here on f3. Bishop take. And here that's probably the last mistake, is a3. Because I can now prevent the bishop, and he's really weak on the white squares. So he took here. bishop h3. Rook c1.
That's also a mistake, I think.
Yeah, maybe better here, but
F2 would be better, but I think in the long term it's lost.
And now queen e7, so I attack
Double
both
attack.
here. Yeah. So the only way to protect both is to go here, but then sorry, knight c2. But then the rook is not playing anymore, and after queen e4. So now the queen cannot move away from the second line. Bishop d4, and now rook c8.
Yeah.
And nothing can move anymore. Yeah.
And here you resigned. Yeah.
Yeah, resigned, yes.
It's difficult to suggest a move.
Yes, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Because bishop b4, big threat, and...
Yeah. So I was lucky, I went into my preparation.
Yeah.
So if you knew the game he played before, maybe you would prepare differently.
I would have prepared a little bit more, yes.
So, Val, is it your first time in Biel, or have you played here before?
It's my 22nd time in Biel.
22nd?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I started already in 1976 at a big interzonal, which was taking place in Biel.
And how do you enjoy here?
Well, a lot.
A lot.
Else I wouldn't come back every year when I have the time.
Oh my God. And for you?
I don't know how many. I probably played like 6, 7 times. Yeah. A few times in the master tournament as well.
Wow.
But I'm back now. I play a little bit more chess again. And,
so now you're back to
Biel. I live here in Biel, so I will be
okay.
probably here next year.
Okay. So wish you good luck. Today's the final round, right? You have the round number 9. Wish you good luck. And
Thank you.
Here is a prize for you for the best game.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.